Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome to the class, students. Today we will discuss about the remaining portion of the chapter, that is light energy. Students, so the topic is refraction of light through a glass slab. Here in this diagram you are seeing that this one is the incident ray and this one is the refracted ray, and here a normal is drawn there. Okay, so you are seeing that here incident ray and normal ray, between them an angle is formed. That angle is called the sin I, or that is called the incident angle, is equal to this refracted angle, so that this angle is equivalent to the this angle. Okay, now students, this one is an activity, you will do it. And refraction through a prism, you will see that when light is passed through a prism, what will you find? Actually the prism is an object which made up of transparent material such as glass or plastic, and has at least two flat surfaces which make an acute angle, that means below the 90, okay, and more than 0, where they meet. So here it changes the color of light. So see here, glass prism with triangular faces are the most common. So here whenever light will falls on the prism, it will break down into their several colors in their behavior colors. Okay, now students, next one is test your understanding. You will do these questions with the help of your book. Now next one is curved mirror. Students, all the mirrors are not straight like plane mirrors, you know. So a curved mirror is that whose reflecting surface is the part of a hollow sphere. Okay, now then this one is hollow sphere of glass, and the inside surface of hollow sphere of glass is bent like this, okay, in concave. But the outside surface of a hollow sphere of glass is bulging out or convex. Okay, so like this and like this you have seen the mirror. Okay, so curved mirror are of two types, one is convex and second is concave. This is very important thing, that what is convex and what is concave. Okay, so a concave surface means bent in surface, and a concave mirror is that spherical mirror in which the reflection of light takes place at the concave surface or bent surface. It is very important about the concave. And here a concave mirror has been shown here in this figure in 5.11 like this, that is shown. I have already showed to you about this concave. So here a concave mirror has been shown here, and the concave surface of the mirror is on its left side, okay, which has been marked A like this. Okay, now the reflection of light takes place from the concave surface. Okay, and the back side of this concave mirror, that has a silver coating, that means polish is here, okay, which protected by the layer of red paint, है ना. Okay, now the black side of concave mirror is represented by the drawing short oblique lines, that is shown here in 5.5, here 5.11. okay, now this one is the concave mirror you are seeing, and this one is the mirror, and here polish is there. Now a concave surface means bulging out surface of a convex mirror. Here in second, that is convex. So in convex surface, that means bulging out surface, and a convex mirror is that spherical mirror in which the reflection of light that takes place at the convex surface. So here this one is concave and second one is the convex mirror, and in convex mirror the reflection of light that takes place by this convex surface. Okay, now next one is, you know that this one is the center Okay, and this one is the pole. So center of this mirror, this attached to the pole. Okay, now next one is, what are these terms actually? What is aperture, poles, center? About this we will discuss. So terms related to spherical mirrors. First one is aperture. Students, the surface of the mirror in which the reflection of light takes place, that is called the aperture. That means this one is the aperture. This may be small or large. Okay, and second topic is pole. So the geometrical center of a spherical mirror, that is called the pole. You have seen in this figure, you can see this one is the pole and this one is the center. Okay, so next topic is center of curvature. So center of curvature is the center of sphere from which the spherical mirror is made. That means the spherical mirror is the part of that sphere and the center of that sphere is the center of curvature. These things are important. Then radius of curvature. So radius of the hollow sphere of which the mirror was part, that is called the radius of curvature. You had seen there. That means this one is the radius of curvature. Okay, now next one is focus and focal point. Students, when a beam of light traveling parallel to the principal axis, see here, this one is the principal axis and beam lights that travel through the parallel, okay, in this spherical mirror, so the rays will appear to meet at a point after reflection. When it will reflect, see here, when it will reflect, so its light, they will meet at a point. Okay, so this point is called the principal focus. This point is called the principal focus and denoted as F. Okay, and in the concave mirror, here the reflected rays actually meet or converge at a point. Here you are seeing in convex mirror. In convex mirror you are seeing that they looks like they are moving there, and in here concave mirror you are seeing that they are mixing or they attached to each other at a point, that is focus. Okay, so the distance between this focus to the here P, this focus, that is called the focal length. This focus and P, that is called the focal length. Okay, so the focal length, that is the distance of the focus and the pole in any mirror of the curved mirror, that is called the focal length. And the formula is here, the relation between the radius to the focal length is equal to r by 2. Okay, now where F is always lies in the center of the line joining curvature, that is denoted as C, and P is the pole. Okay, so therefore you will find the focal length is half of the radius. Okay, now uses of spherical mirrors. Students, about this topic we will discuss in our next video. Till then, thank you everyone.